Phantom of the Opera came up for free on YouTube last year, and at the implores of my friends, and in spite of my previous bad impressions of musicals, I watched it. Well, as it turns out, Phantom of the Opera is actually a very well-crafted musical, whose story, spoilers, is about a person damaged by his childhood spent as an abused attraction in a travelling freak show, left there by his parents due to his repulsive appearance, and who, during the course of the play, tries to win the love of a woman named Christine Daae. Through it, with all his ultimatums, threats, and aggressive wooing, the Phantom still cannot make Christine choose him, because she loves another, a kind-hearted childhood sweetheart by the name of Raoul. Driven mad with jealousy, Phantom then attempts to kill Raoul, yet still Christine shows sympathy towards the Phantom. And it's with that action that the Phantom finally learns what true love is, that it cannot be obtained through the malice he was shown through his life, but instead it has to be earned and reciprocated. With this lesson learned, he finally lets his angel of music go, along with the man that she truly loves. The Phantom then disappears, leaving no trace but his first unfeeling scrap of clothing. Was he a man, a ghost, or just an urban legend? We'll never know. Well, anyway, the Phantom is running a freak show. As you probably already guessed, I love this play. There, I said it. But, as it is in the writer's voice saying this, you don't have any evidence that'll hold up in court. Now, despite what I just said, I still feel torn. I do love this play, but I think somewhere inside of me, I acknowledge the opinion I should have is the one that Lindsay Ellis has, which is to say that the play is genuinely awful, badly written fanfic garbage, with just a few morsels of greatness sprinkled throughout. And I think it's also important to remember that this play was just so good that it's been reworked 3 times. This last point leads nicely into something I have to set the groundwork for before I truly get into this essay. Because this play has 3 versions, unless stated otherwise, I'll only be talking about its 2nd iteration. I also haven't seen its 3rd attempt, so for the sake of this video, I am pretending it doesn't exist. I would also like to acknowledge the set designers, cast and crew who worked on this production, all of whom are clearly very incredibly talented. With that groundwork in place, let's get into this mess. Now, I know what you're thinking. What kind of mentally challenged autistic freak would like this garbage? Well, that's me! But why, I hear you ask? Ooh, it's all about the cringe, baby! The thing about this Phantom, the Wattpad Phantom as we shall now refer to him, is that he is Andrew Lloyd Webber, more so than he was in Phantom of the Opera. Therefore, all of this, look at how swishy my cape is, brooding emo kid stuff, is really just a middle-aged sad act who signed up to Wattpad and wrote a fanfic about Phantom and Christine getting together. And don't forget, in true Tim Burton cuckboy fashion, Andrew Lloyd Webber cast his then-wife, Sarah Brightman, as the original Christine. It's the absolute sadness of those things combined that really hits that cringe spot for me. Andrew Lloyd Webber might be going through his edgy schoolgirl phase right now, but that doesn't mean he can't still make great music, because boy howdy does this play have some real bangers. The Beauty Underneath is my favourite from the play, but if you've ever had a very impassioned one-night stand with someone you fancied, then Beneath a Moonless Sky is for you. As an aside, this is made better by the fact that these 2 poor souls have to act all sexual, and it makes for perfect uncomfortable viewing, ramping up that cringe factor. Or perhaps you really enjoy a duel in duet form that ends with Daddy Wattpad Phantom choking you. Then may I direct you to Devil Take the Hindmost. And the song, Love Never Dies, really demonstrates the costume designer's efforts, the same way that The Beauty Underneath demonstrates the skill of the set designers. Big honourable mention to Till I Hear You Sing, which is a great opener song. And Ramin, darling, You are too talented to be brought down with your association with this play, no matter how perfect you are. Beautiful, delightful, delectable Ramin Karimloo. Sorry, I got distracted there. Yeah. Can this play even be good? No, it can't. By the very nature of this play existing, it cannot be good, because it destroys everything that made Phantom of the Opera so good. The finality of it, the mystery, the intrigue. The very fact this play exists ruins everything that was so perfect about the original's ending. But I'm just going to ignore that, okay? You need to have any chance whatsoever of making this play at least enjoyable. It might even be good if you really stretch the definition of the word. How can it be done, I hear you cry? I have a few ideas. From my time watching the original London production, and hearing from the audience in the bootleg to heck recordings of it,
this is my realm, illusion's domain.
I've decided it needs a few more doses of camp as a starting point. Ramin hamming up his mannerisms, being a somewhat cocky or arrogant Wattpad Phantom, along with the probably unintentionally hilarious bits of costuming, I think makes the experience more enjoyable overall. That was a really long sentence. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Ben Lewis played the second version of the play well, but I think that version takes itself far too seriously. If Phantom now is this emo teenager pining for a girl, then why doesn't he have some of that Headley Fraser Raoul guyliner, or black nail varnish? The swishy cape is an excellent choice in costuming, but why not have a poster of Gerard Way on the wall or something? Really, part of the problem is that the play doesn't lean enough into the fanficness of it all. Another thing, for a play set around a freak show, we only really get 2 good exposings to it. Think about how cool Beauty Underneath is. Why isn't there more of that? The whole song is Phantom trying to prove he's great to Gustav. Give me more! My dear Raoul, now a drunk and a gambler, who is seen drinking once. Why do we leave these avenues of his character so unexplored? Imagine a version of this play with a musical number in a casino, following the debts that Raoul accumulates. The play just doesn't sell Wattpad Raoul enough for me, and therefore gives me less reason to root for Phantom, who prior to this play was a controlling figure with ill intent. Even though he became a sympathetic one in the end, these memories are still fresh. And you, Madame Giry. Okay, fine. You want to make her this suck up to the Phantom to get her daughter a leading role. Fine. But she doesn't even do that well. Lean in. Make her pine for Phantom as hard as he is for Christine. She's supposed to be his confidant, and she should feel rejected when he chooses anyone over her daughter. This storyline just isn't sold enough. Now, Gustav, I really don't know what to do with you. I think he's important to the story, but man, every version I've seen, I've just wanted him gone. I think part of the problem is that he just doesn't act enough like his dad. Except for that moment in Beauty Underneath, he doesn't play into the story much at all, except to whine at Raoul and be in the way of better things. Personally, I'd cut him. Wattpad Phantom has enough reason to change as the play progresses without Gustav, but realistically, he just needs a bit of a retooling. And after all those suggestions, will it still be bad? Oh, absolutely. But hopefully it would at least be a bit of fun. Some camp, hot garbage fun like all my favourite Batman movies, Spider-Man 3, or a gay tentacle love story between Eddie Brock and Venom. So, what have we learned after all of this? Love Never Dies just isn't fanfic enough. Give me 1 week locked in a room with the script and Ramin Karimloo, and I'll get it sorted. Goodbye.